Have you ever felt like someone in your life owes you a debt they've never acknowledged? Do you sense that someone close to you left unfinished business, leaving you waiting for the resolution you deserve? A soul contract is an unbreakable bond, forged long before you took your first breath. It binds souls with threads of intention, intertwining paths and destinies in ways that defy mortal understanding. You, standing here today, are bound by one such contract, a sacred agreement you entered with another soul, a pact of growth, trust, and mutual evolution. Yet these contracts can be broken, and when that happens, the rupture sends shockwaves through your being, leaving you questioning the very nature of connection. You upheld your side of this binding accord with unwavering loyalty and deep devotion. You gave time, energy, and pieces of yourself to this person, acting as a beacon in their darkness and a pillar when they wavered. You didn't just lend support, you offered them a ladder to climb, opportunities for growth and healing that only you could provide. You walked alongside them, carrying more than your share of the burden, believing in their potential even when they couldn't see it themselves. But instead of grasping these opportunities, they let them slip through their fingers, failing to honor their part of the contract. In the moments when they should have stood by you, they wavered. When they should have taken a step forward, they receded. The promises they made dissolved like mist under the morning sun, leaving you with nothing but the fragments of a broken agreement. The impact isn't just emotional, it's a rift in the very fabric of your spiritual path, a disruption that can only be mended by acknowledging the truth of what happened. You're left with the heavy realization that they've fallen short, leaving you to carry the weight of this broken bond alone. It's not just their failure. It's an imbalance that seeps into the core of your being, marking your path with an unresolved ache. Yet this knowledge isn't a curse, it's a clarion call. You have seen their failure, understood the depth of their breach, and now it's time to reclaim your power. You're free to release this broken contract and let it dissolve into the ether, leaving you untethered and ready to forge a new path. Between you and this person, there is an unyielding, unbreakable cord of energy. A link that pulses with an intensity and weight unmatched by any other connection. It's a binding force that wraps itself around your very essence, making it nearly impossible to let go. This connection goes beyond mere presence. It infiltrates your thoughts, colors your emotions, and clings to you with a tenacity that can neither be severed nor ignored. You feel it even in your solitude, like an echo that reverberates through your soul, a reminder of a bond that refuses to be erased. In this connection, you took on a role that transcended ordinary compassion. You opened yourself up with unguarded vulnerability, extending kindness, patience, and love beyond measure. You became a source of unwavering support, a steady force in their life, and offered them solace in their darkest moments. You held space for their growth, creating a sanctuary of acceptance, offering them the rare gift of seeing their potential even when they refused to see it themselves. You poured your heart into them, investing energy, time, and understanding with a selflessness that came as naturally as breathing. And yet they responded with indifference cloaked in empty gestures. When you reached out, they withdrew. When you supported them, they stumbled on the same self-imposed barriers. They treated your kindness as if it were a fleeting breeze, something to be brushed off rather than embraced. They failed to reciprocate, leaving your open-hearted efforts to wither in the chill of neglect. This connection was supposed to be a dance of equals, yet you found yourself constantly lifting them up, only to feel the weight of their apathy pulling you down. The imbalance sits heavy on you now, a burden that taints the once bright energy between you. While you gave, they took. While you offered, they dismissed. You played your part, upholding a contract that demanded reciprocity and mutual effort. They left you stranded, grasping at the remnants of a connection that was meant to be shared but never fully honored. The cord remains, pulsing with the memory of what could have been, even as you stand ready to release it. It's time to recognize their failure for what it is, a refusal to honor the connection they helped create, leaving you to reclaim your energy and step into the freedom you deserve. We interrupt this moment of clarity to deliver your divine compensation, the Obsidian Inner Order, your karmic upgrade, They failed their soul contract with you, but the universe never leaves a debt unpaid. When they took without giving, they unknowingly paved the way for you to claim something far greater. That imbalance they left behind, it's being restored through divine justice, and the opportunity for your ultimate upgrade lies within the Inner Order. Here's your reward: exclusive access to the Modern Manifestation Mechanics Grimoire, designed specifically for chosen ones to unlock the power, charisma, and magnetism you need to level up. With every lesson, every uncensored video, and every connection with fellow warriors inside the Star Chamber Discord server, you'll reclaim the energy they drained and convert it into unstoppable momentum. Over 250 chosen ones have already taken the leap, healing, transforming, and fortifying their spirits. There are only a few spots left in the Inner Order, so don't wait. Join us through Patreon in the link in the description and align yourself with the divine justice meant for you. This isn't just compensation, it's ascension. This person, by their own choices, carved a path that diverged sharply from the soul contract you once shared. Driven by impulses and desires that overshadowed their higher calling, they abandoned their part, veering away from the pact that was meant to elevate you both. Their free will, a gift of immense power, became the very tool they wielded against the promises they made. They severed their own role with swift, careless actions, choosing comfort over growth, silence over truth, and distance over connection. They thought they could walk away unscathed, as if the bonds between you could be shrugged off like an unwanted shadow. But now, beneath the surface, their choices haunt them with relentless intensity. Darkness clings to them, a spectre of their own making, following them with a silent but unyielding presence. They're pursued by echoes of regret, and each decision they made now gnaws at the edges of their peace. The weight of what they did, or failed to do, drains their spirit, casting a shadow over moments of solitude. You may not see it, but their soul bears scars from the wounds they inflicted, not just on you, but on themselves. They're caught in a cycle of regret, where every choice that led them astray now circles back to remind them of what was lost. They tried to dismiss you, to erase the significance of your connection, but the pull remains, and their mind drifts back to you in unguarded moments. The emptiness they tried to fill by turning away from you now only deepens with each passing day. They are aware of the void left by their broken promises, and it's a void that no amount of distraction can cover. They yearn to escape it, but it's woven into the fabric of their reality, a constant reminder of the soul contract they fractured. While you may have moved forward, they're left with the hollow aftermath of their choices, wrapped in the shadows they created. They're haunted not just by the memories of what was, but by the relentless truth of what could have been. The regret they face is a reminder that some wounds don't heal, but instead echo endlessly, whispering of the trust they betrayed and the soul bond they discarded. They are now the keepers of their own sorrow, haunted by choices that cannot be undone. They watch you from afar, their curiosity woven with threads of envy and regret. Through screens and whispers carried by mutual acquaintances, they trace your steps, searching for clues of your life without them. They scan your moments, catching fragments of your growth, and with each revelation, they are reminded of the impact they've lost. Their gaze is furtive, cloaked in shadows, yet their need to witness your resilience compels them to observe, hoping to glimpse what they once took for granted. Your strength, evident in every step you take forward, stands as a testament to the bond they chose to sever. They see you now, stronger, unburdened, thriving, and they're gripped by a mixture of astonishment and unease. You have grown in ways they never expected, rising from the ashes of their broken promises with a quiet force that shakes them. In your every achievement, there is a reminder of what they could not hold, and in your every smile, a reflection of the happiness they forfeited. They might have once thought that without their presence, you would falter, but instead, you've become a force of your own making. Your resilience blazes like a beacon, stark against the darkness of their retreat, illuminating the vast chasm between what you have become and what they chose to remain. The paths you walk, the choices you make, all serve as silent indictments of the weakness that led them away. They find themselves both captivated and unsettled by your strength, a strength they underestimated, a strength they failed to match. In their covert observation, they are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth that you've not only moved forward, but flourished. Every moment they spend watching is a reminder of their own stagnation, a mirror reflecting the emptiness of the path they chose. They may watch in silence, but their heart is loud with the echoes of missed chances, with the irrefutable evidence of your triumph. You have become a symbol of what they could never attain, a living testament to the power that lies in honoring one's own path. And so they linger, watching from the sidelines, a silent witness to a life they can no longer touch, marked by a regret they can never undo. There exists an unpaid karmic debt, a bond that remains as unbreakable as it is unresolved. They owe you, and this debt pulses through the fabric of the universe, demanding balance with an unyielding force. It is a weight that cannot simply be cast aside, for every choice made and promise broken accumulates in the cosmic scales, and theirs have tipped heavily. This debt is not a mere consequence. It is an energy that seeks equilibrium, one that neither time nor distance can erase. The universe, in its vastness, remains impartial yet relentless. It insists upon the restoration of harmony, and this debt has left the scales unbalanced, keeping you and them bound on a spiritual level. The threads that connect you now are laced with the essence of what was taken from you, the time, trust, and energy you poured into this connection. Until the debt is paid, these threads persist, tightening with each moment they fail to address their transgressions. The universe will not rest until they have fulfilled what was promised, either in this life or the next. This connection, forged through shared karma, does not dissolve simply because they walked away. The spiritual bond remains, an invisible tether drawing them back to you across lifetimes if necessary. They may try to ignore it, to move forward as if nothing binds them, yet they cannot escape the pull of the debt they owe. It follows them, echoing through the spaces they inhabit, a reminder that their choices left an indelible mark on the cosmic balance. Your soul too feels this bond, the lingering connection that remains as a testament to the unfinished business between you. You stand in a place of power, aware of the scales that lean in your favor, waiting for the day when this karmic debt is settled. Until then, the universe holds the balance, biding its time with patient resolve. The debt is theirs to repay, and no force can sever this tie until restitution is made. This truth binds you both, ensuring that the balance of the universe remains vigilant, demanding a reckoning that will bring harmony back to the cosmos. The scales will not rest until the debt is paid, for only then can both souls truly find peace. It's time to turn your focus inward, to place your own happiness and well-being at the center of your world. You've carried the weight of this connection long enough, bearing the burden of a broken promise that is no longer yours to hold. Let go of the resentment that has clung to you like a shadow, for it has only served to keep you anchored to a past that no longer serves you. You owe it to yourself to release this heaviness and rise, unbound and untethered, to a future that is rich with possibility. Your path ahead is one brimming with connections that uplift you, with people who see you for the strength you embody and honor you with the same fierce loyalty you have shown to others. These new bonds are threads of gold, woven with the promise of growth and reciprocity. Each step you take forward is a step into a realm where you are no longer defined by past disappointments, but by the potential of what you are yet to become. You are now the architect of your own destiny, free to shape a life filled with experiences that nurture your spirit and resonate with your highest self. Every opportunity that awaits you is a testament to your resilience, a reflection of the inner power you have cultivated through the trials you've overcome. Let yourself be drawn to what brings you joy and aligns with your true essence. This is a time to embrace the abundance that is rightfully yours, to fill your life with pursuits and passions that spark a deep and abiding happiness. You are destined to thrive, surrounded by those who recognize your worth and meet you with the same energy and devotion that you give. The past may have tried to hold you back, but you have emerged stronger, wiser, and more attuned to your own needs. Release what no longer serves you and step fully into the light of your own creation. The path forward is yours to claim, a journey filled with support, love, and the unwavering belief in your right to happiness. You are free now, unburdened, and ready to step into a future that reflects the beauty and strength that has always been within you. Beneath their guarded exterior, there is a storm of inner conflict they can no longer ignore. They have wrapped themselves in layers of stubbornness, a brittle armor built to protect their ego from facing the truth. But behind this facade, turmoil festers, and the secrets they once tried to hide from you now haunt them relentlessly. They hid parts of themselves, thinking they could shield you from their shadows, while keeping control of the narrative. They buried truths beneath masks and half-truths, clutching to the illusion of strength, yet all it did was shackle them to their own insecurities. You walked away, and in that act of defiance you stripped away their last defense. The boundary you set was a line they never expected you to draw. Your absence has become a mirror they cannot avoid, reflecting back to them all the ways they failed to value you. Only now, with the clarity that comes from distance, do they see the vast chasm left in your wake. They are forced to confront the truth they once denied. You brought light into their darkness, a light they thought would always be there, unquestioned and unchallenged. Now they feel the weight of your worth in ways they never anticipated. Your strength, your presence, the way you held space for them, all of it haunts them, a reminder of what they forfeited. They realize too late that the boundaries you set were not walls to keep them out, but pillars of respect you built to protect your own heart. They underestimated your resilience, thinking you would stay despite their secrets, never expecting that you could choose yourself over the tangled mess they had created. They are now adrift, lost in the emptiness of their own making, recognizing the value they dismissed only once it slipped through their fingers. The echoes of what they concealed now ring louder than ever, reminders of a truth they can no longer avoid. Their inner conflict is a testament to their own deception, a wound they inflicted upon themselves. You are beyond their reach, standing firm on the ground you reclaimed, while they are left to wrestle with the reality they tried so desperately to hide. They now know the depth of what they lost, but it's a realization that offers no solace, only a stark reminder of the consequences of their own betrayal. Forgiveness is not a gift you give to them, it is a gift you grant yourself, a final act of release that severs the last threads of pain they left behind. You may not need to offer them absolution, but in choosing to heal, you reclaim a power that is rightfully yours. Healing does not demand that you forget. It simply demands that you no longer allow their actions to shadow your soul. You owe it to yourself to release this weight, not as an act of mercy, but as an assertion of your own worth and freedom. The choice to forgive is a declaration that their hold on you has ended. By forgiving, you don't erase what happened, but you refuse to let it define you any longer. Each act of release brings you closer to a state of joy that they tried to strip from you. When you let go of the bitterness, you untangle the last remnants of their influence, standing unburdened and renewed. You are free to fill those spaces with light, with laughter, with moments that resonate with the essence of who you truly are. The scars they left will remain, but they will no longer ache. They will be reminders of how deeply you felt, how profoundly you cared, and how ultimately you rose beyond what they could offer. Your path to healing is yours alone to walk, but every step you take is a testament to your resilience. By releasing the pain, you invite in the fullness of joy that was waiting patiently for you. You choose, moment by moment, to move toward a future untethered by resentment, a future that belongs entirely to you. This is not about them. It's about the life you choose to live. One where you reclaim your happiness as fiercely as you once held on to the hurt. The act of letting go is your birthright, a renewal that cleanses your spirit and sets you free to experience life's beauty with a heart that has known the depths of sorrow and risen to embrace joy. So let the pain fall away. Let it dissolve into nothingness, because you deserve to step into a life where you are fully present, unencumbered, and whole. This is your release, your healing, your triumph. You are not defined by what you endured. You are defined by the love and light you now choose to welcome into your world. The universe is aligning in your favor, preparing to deliver the gifts it has held in reserve, waiting for the precise moment when you are ready to receive them. There is a promise lingering in the ether, a whisper that has traveled through time, carrying with it the essence of a cherished dream from your childhood. This dream, which has always nestled deep within you, has not been forgotten. It pulses with life, a beacon that has called to you across the years, and now the universe stands ready to bring it forth into your reality. You have walked through shadows, confronted loss, and emerged with a resilience that commands attention. Now justice is on its way, drawn by the force of your perseverance and the balance you have so tirelessly sought. The scales that seem to tilt against you are righting themselves, restoring harmony where once there was discord. You have earned this rebalancing, a cosmic reward for the battles you faced and the truth you upheld. The universe moves with purpose, responding to the energy you have put forth, and with each day you draw closer to a future that gleams with the promise of fulfillment and peace. Trust yourself. You have walked through fire, and you know what it means to rebuild from the ashes. In any future interactions with this person, let your intuition be your compass, because you already hold the wisdom needed to navigate whatever they might bring. You don't need validation from them. You're the only authority over your own worth, and your instincts are sharp, forged through experiences that have revealed your true strength. You're standing at the threshold of an exciting new chapter. The past may have shaped you, but it does not define you. You are the architect of your happiness, and this chapter is yours to fill with fulfillment, joy, and peace. Embrace this truth with every fiber of your being, for you have earned every moment of this freedom. The future ahead of you is vast and bright, filled with possibilities that align with the depths of your desires. You are a force, powerful, resilient, and ready to step into the life you've always deserved. This is your time. Claim it with confidence and let nothing hold you back. The world awaits the unique story only you can tell, a story of strength, of reclaiming, and of rising above. Share your story, for it is a testament to your resilience and an inspiration for others who walk a similar path. You have transformed pain into power, and in doing so, you have become a beacon for those who seek to do the same. Your voice matters, and your story deserves to be heard.